Hey guys, this is Maul on the Moon, and here I'm going to show you how to get a huge amount of experience in Wayfinder. Now this method leveled me from 15 to 30, and it also leveled my next character from level 1 to 14. Now all of this took about 2 or 3 hours. Start looking into the weapons you want to rank up as well. This will give amazing experience to those items as well as your mastery rank. First, you want to progress through the story until you get to the point where you go to the mission, the Undercroft. Now, in that dungeon, you will find an NPC called the Curator. Now, he's not always there. Sometimes you'll find someone called the Trickster. And don't quit, because if you choose the correct item, you could get some Trickster coins as well as some nice accessories. Once you find the Curator, what you want to do is talk to him. He will give you a mission called the Book of Shadows. Once you start the Book of Shadows, after you complete the current dungeon that you're in, you will have to repeat that dungeon with a couple of empowerments. Now, one will be the Shadow Empowerment, and then once you complete this dungeon and this mission over and over, you will get a next one for the Flora or the Chaos Empowerment. Now, what you want to do within these missions is there are 2 books within each of the dungeons, and they are Book of Chaos or Book of Shadows or the Book of Flora. Now what you want to do is pick these up. When you get 2 per dungeon, you want to turn these back into the Curator. After you turn them in, he will give you a huge amount of experience, and I leveled up twice doing this one time with the Curator. Now you want to do this over and over and over, because he will give you multiple missions under your side missions, and once you complete these, it will get to a point where if you are not far enough in the story, you cannot progress until you unlock double empowerments for these dungeons. Once you get those double empowerments, you can finish off this mission until you get to a repeatable quest where the description says the Curator does not remember who you are, and you have to take 5 ancient pages to him. Once you're turning in the repeatable quest, you'll see that the experience that you're receiving is a lot limited to the experience that you're receiving when you were doing the main side quest on this. I do want to note that the patch notes from August 29th, 2023 has since reduced the experience that you get for Sphere 4 runs on this quest. So it seems as if the dev team has since caught on to this experience farm, that they seeing that it was a little bit too much experience we have been receiving, and so they nerfed it. So this method leveled each of my characters up at least 2 or 3 times all the way up until the end. If you're seeing this at a later date, this was still a good way to get early experience for your character. Now, once you complete all of the missions for the Curator, there's another one in the dungeon called the Pits. There you'll meet an NPC called Kite. And when you meet Kite at the Pits, old Kite, he has some missions for you as well. So once you go through some of those missions, the best method to go through a lot of these missions is to click on them, to track them, because once you are in that mission, it's a lot easier to find the objective that the NPC is asking for you. Once you complete those missions, by the end of that, you should at least have all of your weapons leveled, or at least one of your weapons leveled, and at least one character leveled up to level 30. Now, if you cannot find the pit, this may be because you haven't progressed far enough in the story as well. Now, you just want to keep grinding this, get to the end, and then you'll be done. Another thing that this will give you is a great way to get a lot of materials. And once you get all these materials, you could go back and play some of the more difficult boss missions now that you'll be at a higher level, and you could go and farm out some of the materials like for the Tempest and for the Radiant, or any other weapons you like to get early on. Thank you guys, and see you on the next video.